Welcome to Unbiased and on the Fence. I'm Shane. Thank you guys so much for joining. We are here with John Benny. How's it going, John?
Hello. I'm amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Shane. Feeling great and yeah, really excited for today's show.
Sorry about the echo. Sorry, I couldn't hear anything but myself yelling in my ear. What did you say for a second?
I said, hello. Thank you for inviting me on, and I'm excited for today.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. Last time, the fun part got cut a little short because we got a late start on it. So we thought, let's spend more time this time right up front, interacting with the chat and the crowd and seeing what comes through for them. So that's really cool. It's really fun, and it makes it more interactive. So that's what made it so much fun last time.
Definitely. Yeah, excited for that.
So people that's coming in here say they want you to do something for them. What kind of stuff can you do?
This is a great question.
As broad as possible. I'm trying to leave it.
Well, my name is John Binney, which I don't know if you've corrected it for me, but my camera's backwards. My name is John Binney. Yeah. My mission is to raise the vibrations of billions of hearts. And I do that through my music and meditations each day. So I went through an awakening in 2017. I started writing a song every day in 2019. And as of this week, I released my 120th album, which you should be able to find. Just search for my name on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and many other streaming platforms. You'll find me by name. And that journey of writing songs every day is achieved through channeling each day through meditation. So when I went through my awakening journey, I was like, ooh, this meditation stuff's amazing. I'm going to do this every day. And I quickly started asking my spirit guides for messages. So that got me into practice of channeling. And then 2 years ago, my journey took another upgrade, which was to step into the realms of energy clearing and healing and psychic gift activation, and also mentoring, coaching, and helping people on their ascension journeys. And so over the last couple of years, I've been busy doing this one-to-one sessions, doing group sessions into their hundreds now. And I've had a membership group, which I run a weekly session with, where we teach. I'd love to say that it's all me, but we're often teaching each other all about the different adventures that we can go on in the universe. Everything from, if I think of recent examples, like clearing our homes and our human forms and of like negative energies and entities, helping each other identify our light weapons and our psychic gift activations, through to visiting Galactic Federation ships and star nebulas, like helping stars being born, like their souls being born into stars. So it's super galactic. And on that journey, I've been doing more and more of the energy work. So I'm still writing a song and sharing that each day. And my music is somewhat integrated with the sessions. I'm often writing a song in a session and sharing that. And yeah, the sorts of services that I offer. So you just visit johnbinney.com, and on there you'll see, well, the first thing you see is that one of the next big adventures is doing this in person. So we're doing Natasha, Rosha, and myself, we're doing, if I get this right, an Akashic ancestral clearing and healing session. So it's physically here in Edinburgh in Scotland, the capital of Scotland. And it's on the 26th of March, and it's at a worldwide friendly time, so everyone in the world can attend it. And at that event, we'll be doing things like going back to the Akashic records, like the records of everything across space and time, and helping people heal their like soul tribes and who they keep reincarnating with, and also themselves, like their own past lives, helping clear out any negative energies. And a theme that's been coming up for me very recently has also been like healing witch wounds, these wounds that we've had from being persecuted as so-called witches in previous lives, and then like helping people heal through that in their journey. So that's, yeah, stepping into group sessions. And the things I offer are everything, the services I offer are everything from like a one-to-one Zoom session where we'll connect for about an hour. And it's basically me working with the clients through their, doing things like an energy scans, working through all their chakras, helping understand what needs healed, what needs realigned, what messages their guides have for them at that time. And then also the chakras, like working with them in a totally quantum way, so across space and time, past, present, future, and helping with like their psychic gift activations. And so quite a few clients recently I've been helping with rainbow, like this rainbow here, rainbow activations. This was a rainbow I took a photo of this morning outside my house, a big double rainbow.
Let me put it big, and I'll have you step to the side so people can check this out, because that's pretty cool. You see that, you guys? That's, if you look really good, you can see it's actually a double rainbow here. This is the second rainbow up in this area there. Okay. You can come back, John.
Thanks. Ta-da. And that was really magical because I was chatting with a couple of clients about their ancestral healing, and it was the witch wounds that we were talking about. And they were both saying to me, "Oh, this is something we need to do, John. There's real healing that needs to happen here for many of us. It's affecting us in our current lives, right? If you ever wondered why you're a bit scared about doing this, like going live on social media and streaming to the world and saying, 'Hey, I've got like psychic gifts,' or 'I've got them now.' If you've wondered where that fear is coming from, quite often it does come, not always, but it can come from your past lives. And so it's a really beautiful way of like stepping back through time and working on that forgiveness and that healing and understanding it better and understanding the journey that we're all, or the individual journeys that we're all going on, and how they add up to something very beautiful in the universe. So yeah, the services just range from energy clearing, healing, psychic gift activation. We do things like you'll see about a third of the ones that I do are the client agrees to publishing them. And then like, so they're like the full sessions on YouTube, like the full raw session. And then about 2/3 are just private. So that's just for the clients and their own use. And then the always like the really sensitive parts, like, but how do you charge for these things? And how can I afford one? Well, I do like a total mix of like everything from like small donation sessions to full prices. And it's very much about an energy exchange. So I just revamped my services they have a mix of like full price, or you can do things like get a discount for doing a testimonial, or like a even bigger discount for doing like an energy exchange. And that can be anything from giving a healing to me or helping me like promote my services or music. It can be anything that we just discuss, through to just a donation. And so you can literally for like I don't know what £1 is in dollars, but it's $1 or $2, right? That you could book a session with me, and you can either pay a bit more if you wish, before or after, or any time, or not. It's up to you. And I'm just seeking like that right balance of it's always that challenge, right? That energy you give out to the energy you receive, so that you can be happy and sustainable and live your fullest life.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. So you guys, if you're interested, I do have John's links down below. So you can go to johnbenny.com for any of the services you just talked about, or to contact him directly. But I also have his YouTube channel down there. So if you'd like to go check out some of these sessions he's talking about, also you can connect with all of his social media through just his name, John Benny, on all of them. Or are there links on your website as well? You want to look over?
Yeah, you'll find all the links there as well. That's right.
Awesome. Perfect. So yeah, you guys chime in the chat if you'd like John to work with you right now live while we are here and now. And it can be a fun time. We had a lot of fun last time, so we wanted to leave more time for you guys and interacting with you guys. So.
And just while we're getting started with people asking, I'll set us up a safe space, and I'll get our session going. So
perfect.
And whoever wants to join us in the live chat and in the replay doing this as well, feel free. So just take a couple of minutes as we begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exhale. Hold. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. And exh in through the nose. And breathe out the stress of the day. Breathe in through the nose. And release what no longer serves us. And now, in the center of our hearts, see the divine spark in all of us. And with its beautiful golden light, from it extend a light cord up through the top of your head, up through the sky and the stars, all the way up to the highest dimension that you can imagine. And there, connect into the highest frequency, the highest dimension of source, of love. Remain connected into source. Expand out your light cord like a spider's web, feeling that oneness, that unity, that love, that unconditional love. And now remain connected to source and extend your light cord down through the stars in the sky, back down to the top of your head and into your heart once more. And now, from the center of your heart, extend a light cord down through the root of your spine, all the way down through the layers of the planet until you reach the very core of Mother Earth, and there connect into Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Mother Gaia so much love at this time, as we remain connected to Gaia's heart and extend our light cords up through the layers of the planet to the root of our spine and into our hearts. And allow that energy from source above and from Gaia below, together with our own, to surround us, to expand out in a beautiful golden bubble around each of us individually, expanding out to the size of your auric field, 2 to 3 meters out from your human form. And in our golden bubbles, we set the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, with our highest good and our love and our compassion can see us or access us or exist within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into our golden bubbles, we invite in our spirit guides, our higher selves. We invite in Archangel Michael for protection and clearing, Archangel Raphael for healing and clearing. And now, through space and time, around everyone who's listening in the live chat and everyone who joins in the replay, we create a golden bubble across this quantum reality, past, present, and future, around all of us. And we set the intention for this golden bubble that only energies and entities with our permission may access this space or see us within this space. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into this golden bubble for this session, we invite in, for those that choose to participate, their spirit guides, ancestors, Source and Gaia, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. And we set the intention for today's sessions that we are here to clear, to heal, to provide messages and any other advice that can help people on their journeys in this lifetime and in the others that we connect with, and to assist with the activation of their gifts. And so it is. We have a safe space.
Thank you, John. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We actually do have, let's see. Yeah, let's go. Jody, Sharon, Rita, Esther G. Pam and Daryl are here. What's up, you guys? Gypsy JJ, we love you. Let's see. Okay, first one. See if, okay, Daryl says, have Pam and I had past lives together?
Daryl
and Pam. Yeah.
Brilliant.
We're trucker friends.
Fantastic. Thank you, Daryl and Pam. So just asking your your light bodies to step forwards, to connect with your energies. It's going really fast. So I'm just asking, like, slow down, slow down. Okay. So the first, like this is just within about a second or two. The first thing I see is like the two of you holding hands side by side, and so you're like in your light bodies, and you're these beautiful white lights, like these just pure white lights. And then I'm being shown, like, immediately you're still holding hands together, and then you're traveling back in time like super fast, and these really beautiful like rainbow colors around you, like we're traveling through a portal really fast. And I had to ask them to stop because I wanted to stop and describe at least where we're starting. So let us, and this is your soul showing me this. Okay, so they're just going to travel back through space and time. And they're going to take me back to the beginning, to your soul origins. Okay, so we're going right back to the birthing of your souls from source. And I see you in this universe, both of you born from source, from the galactic sun. This galactic sun is like the physical manifestation of source energy into this universe. And so from it, your souls manifest both as unique expressions. And this is really beautiful. Like your souls saw each other, like you were born almost exactly the same time. Your souls were born at almost exactly the same time, and you witnessed the birthing of each other as you both came out. It's like these little shooting stars coming out of the center of the galactic sun. And you saw this and you connected because at that time, although you had no form, although you had no lifetime yet, no incarnation, you were being born into your first incarnations, and you exchanged like this soul DNA signature, like you recognized each other, you saw each other. And I'm being drawn now. So as you both travel through space and time, you went on your different ways. So you went on different paths, and you went into these two like birthing nebulas, like star nebulas. And this is where you both took your first incarnations, but you were very far apart. Like you weren't aware of each other. It's just like this beautiful galactic love story, right? So you were both born into, I think Pam was a star, and Daryl was a planet in your very first incarnations, and they're super ascended, like high vibration incarnations, right? They're like many beings, many souls spent a lot of time getting there, and you guys were born into it, which is really, really beautiful. And you could see each other in like your night skies, so like we're used to looking from Earth. You could see each other. And so there was like this immediate connection. You weren't in the same solar system, but you were like within sight. And this created like this love between you, because you both felt this connection. And for eons and eons and eons, you're just so familiar with each other, and you're used to each other being in each other's skies. And then after that, after those incarnations, and the planet and the star, they didn't super evolve. The lifetime didn't go on perhaps as long as we see our own sun here and the Earth here, but they were very happy times, and they were very beautiful. They were early on in the universe's creation. And then so throughout your lifetimes, you always wanted to come back together. It's always like drawn you back together, this bond, this recognition of each other's souls' DNA. And you've actively sought out, starting with different galactic races, and eventually making your way to Earth. And in Earth, there's many, and there includes lifetimes where you've sought out each other, like you've not been sure where the other person is in the world, but you've been trying to find each other. And it goes back to some of the most recent in past lives in the US, but before it was the United States. And some of them go back. I think the first one that you connected with was around 600 years ago, and that was more of an indigenous tribe that you were like you were two tribes meeting, and you recognized each other and had a beautiful life together. And like it's like the closer that every time that you spend lifetimes together, the stronger that bond becomes, and the easier you find it to see each other again. And you are familiar with this process. You're familiar at the end of this lifetime together. You're going to know, there's this knowing, this beautiful knowing that you're going to find each other again. And it becomes easier and easier. It makes any loss in this life, physical loss, much easier to deal with, because you're just going to start again and you're going to find each other again. It's just like, I couldn't write a better love story than that. It's just so beautiful. So thank you for asking, and I hope that resonates.
That's awesome. Daryl and Pam, galactic lovers, if you will.
Yes.
That's cool. Okay, so Pam has a question. Actually a clearing. She wants to know, could I get an energy scan and clearing? This is for Pam. Thank you so much, Pam.
And is this the same Pam?
Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. And so I'm just asking your light body to sit down in front of me in the lotus position. Okay. And I'm going to bring down from the highest dimension of source above a column of golden light. And I set the intention for this golden light to clear, to heal, and to assist Pam in any way that she needs at this time. Just lowering it down gently to your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is clear. Although on your crown chakra, I hear that you're sometimes doubting what you're receiving, and to encourage you to share with others what you receive from your guides and from other entities that you have intention to connect with, and to help build up and encourage that. This is something that you've learned over many lifetimes, and you're coming back stronger and stronger into it at this time. And coming down now to the third eye chakra. This is largely clear, but there's something attached to the third eye chakra, and then also the throat chakra. So I'm just looking further down to the throat chakra. Okay, so there's this doubt, like this blockage that you've had energetically yourself, where you've doubted what you've been like feeling and receiving through your crown chakra. So this is like your intuition and talking to your spirit guides, or if people have had loved ones passed on, like some of the elements of mediumship. And in your third eye, you've also been seeing some things that are relatively new to you, but you're doubting yourself. And in your throat chakra, because you've not been sharing this with others, it's created this wounding with the upper chakras. And because of that wounding, you're attracted in this attachment. And don't be hard on yourself. We all do this from time to time. And sometimes we even attract attachments to draw attention so that we will deal with it. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm just going to call forward my light sword, and I'm shrinking it down to the size of a knife, setting the intention that I can only affect entities that do not serve the highest good of Pam. And I'm just disconnecting it from the back Just gently the back of the third eye. And then from the throat chakra. And it's quite a long worm. Its only attachments are at the top two of those two chakras, but its tail, like, it comes down quite far down your back. You might have sometimes experienced, like, across your back, like, different sensations that just didn't feel right, but they're not attached. And so I'm just pulling this out now. Just gently taking this out. That's it disconnected. Archangel Michael, please return to source, or never to return here again. Thank you. And Archangel Michael, and also the entity itself, was just saying it's been there all your life, like it, and it, because it was really big and really thick, and it felt like you had plenty to feed it, because there's plenty of, like, that self-doubt. And so to really encourage you, as you're learning these, as you're experiencing these things, these metaphysical things in your life, to share them, write them down, speak them out loud, make short videos of them, do whatever you want, tell other people, it's up to you. The most important thing is for you to release that energy back into the universe. So the universe is trying to tell you something through your gifts, and you just need to, like, get it out of you, that energy out of you, and acknowledge that it happens. And that's really, really healthy for each of your chakras. And I'm just going to bring down some healing energy, those top chakras, and down into the heart chakra. And the lower chakras, solar plexus, sacral and root chakra. Yeah, that's looking a lot clearer. There is still some work to be done on your heart chakra, and there's just it's like some heaviness and some swirling of energies, and it feels like that could be part of some of your inner child healing that you've still to do. There's not. Let me just see. I think there is some small attachments. Let's just take them out. There's just some small opportunist worms. Let's take this out. Okay. Please return to the source, never to return here again. Thank you. That's better. But yeah, on your inner child, you may choose to, like, write down some of the experiences you had as a child and visualize yourself back in those moments and talk to the child of you and tell them that you love them and that you hear for them and that you forgive those people that you let do these things to you, and the effect that it had on you. And in your case, it feels like you were shutting down a lot of your gifts. And so many of us do that. And so just encouraging you to release that cycle of suffering on yourself, and to really send that love into your inner child. And it's something you can practice yourself, like through visualization and meditation. But if you need any help, feel free to just message me, and we can chat further. So I hope this helps you. And just leaving this healing and protection in place, and stepping back from your energy. Thank you, Pam.
Yes, thank you, Pam, and thank you so much, John. We got Daryl and Pam, and that's beautiful. Got something for both. And they said that they were both in tears from your, the past lives that you did for Daryl. So
that's so beautiful. Thank you. It's an honor to do that for you. Thank you.
You loved it. And thank you, Esther G, for this question. Esther wants to know if she can get a energy scan and clearing. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And Esther, she put up the little emoji.
Yay. Esther, hello, beautiful soul. Okay. So I'm just asking Esther's light body or higher self to step forwards. It's like, it's a really really dramatic. I'm very used to um, like a light body just sitting down nicely. It's like, oh, it's meditation time. Let's sit down like you do it at school. And then this time it was like something out of like a Lord of the Rings movie, like this beautiful like priestess just flies towards me and all these rainbow colors flying out. It's like, look at me. I was like, wow, that's a huge introduction. So hello, beautiful soul. Okay. And now you're sitting. Thank you. And you're already like pointing to there's an area on um the top right of your head that you're pointing to and asking for assistance with. So I'm going to bring down a column of source light from the highest dimension above. With this golden light, set the intention for clearing and healing, energizing and assisting with any activation at this time. Just bring it down to above Esther's crown chakra. And just before I can get to the top of your heads, I'm seeing clearly like there's this, I'm not sure if it's a sword, but it's okay, it's a remnants of a sword, like a light weapon, like an astral weapon, and it goes down through the top of your head. It's very ancient. It's like thousands of years old, and it comes down to the top of the head, down through the throat, and it's like coming down. It's just like touching near the top of the lungs, but it's only in energy form, and your higher self is saying, I'm actually quite proud of this. Like you're saying, I've had this for a long time, and it's like a battle scar. You're like, you're saying like, I had this from a battle that I won, and it reminds me of that battle and what I'm willing to go through to for the betterment of others, to the service to others, to the service to this universe. And thank you for your service. You're saying it's, whilst it's really cool, like battle scars, that it's holding you back a bit now, and you'd like it to be removed. Okay. So I'm just going to do this with my hands. So just gently holding the very top of this, and it's just lifting it out through the top of your head, and it's just gradually coming out through your body. It's gently coming out. And that's it. It's still in one piece. It's quite long. It's just over 1 meter in length. And I'm going to hand it to you. You can choose to do what you want with that sword. When you're done with it, you can hand it to Archangel Michael, who will either dispose of it himself or will know what to do with it. But you don't need to hang on to it forever. And I feel like you could set the intention like before you go into meditation or before you go to sleep at night, and just you could like hold out your hands and hold, like ask to hold the sword in your hands, and then you can ask to see, like to witness that battle that you're in that caused that sword to be placed into you. Because in another client session, I did see that someone had done this themselves. So sometimes we put our own light weapons into ourselves for either hiding them or to help heal ourselves. Like the reasons are limitless. So it's not necessarily like anything bad or negative that you're going to experience, but you can definitely ask to witness it. So I'll leave your sword with you, and I'll just quickly go down through your chakras. We're just healing off the energy areas that were affected by the sword as we go. Down to the crown chakra, third eye chakra. There's the very start of your rainbow activation happening in your third eye chakra. There's a lot of colors. That's what you're really excited about when you first turned up. It's like, look at me, I'm like activating, I'm doing this, I can do this. And it feels like this is one of the first times you've done this as a soul. So it's a really exciting time in this incarnation to activate these chakras. And I see like at the very core of your third eye chakra, just this really beautiful, it's like this embryonic start of the rainbow activation. And really through this process to encourage you to continue to share what you see with the universe, speak it out loud, write it down, make a short video, tell others, whatever you want to do. And when you see something, like say you see it, tell it. So call it out. If you're seeing something, dark or light or anything in between, just share that. And it really helps with the developments. Like it really encourages your third eye chakra. And finally, to just like be really gentle on yourself. These are big upgrades and they require even more water and more rest and naps when you need it. So to definitely just take care of yourself. And whenever you need to slow that process, just ask your guides. Like they're voice activated, right? You can just speak out loud and say, can I have like 2 hours off? Because this is like really intense. Or can I have a day off? And that can make the world a difference to you. Remember our guides, for all that they're beautiful and knowledgeable, they're not human. they don't know what it's like. And these are challenging times energetically anyway. So it's always good to ask for help. I'm just checking through the other chakras. These look good. I'm just seeing this really strong yellow color, like this golden color coming out. And it's like this energy from source that I brought down is like being reflected even brighter. And it's a sign that the chakras are you're all beginning to at the right time for you, not all at once, but they'll take it in turns to go through this rainbow activation. And this is where your chakras really step into like their fullest potential. So that's really beautiful. So yeah, take good care of yourself. And just make sure you get plenty of rest and ask for things to slow down when they're too fast for you. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I hope that helps, Esther.
Thank you so much, Esther. I had one for Sherry, but it disappeared. I guess maybe she pulled it down. I don't know. I was ready to click it and then just disappeared right under my mouse. I don't know if we went through a shift or something. But Sherry, if you want to ask the question about your psychic gifts, just post it again because for some reason it's not here for me. Okay, let me find the next one. Oh, here we go. Susan Wolf. Susan wants to know, I would also love a scan. Perfect.
Fantastic.
This is for Susan Wolf.
Susan, thank you. So just asking Susan's higher self to step forwards. A really beautiful soul, a very ancient soul, and containing a huge amount of wisdom. And it's an honor to connect with you at this time. Thank you. And from the highest dimension of source above, I bring down a column of golden light just above your head. Above Susan's head, setting the intention for clearing, healing, activating, and any messages that will help Susan at this time. And coming down to the crown chakra. I'm seeing your crown chakra is in two. I've not seen this before. So you have like, it's almost like a twin to your crown chakra. Two aspects, two cores of the chakra. It is one chakra, but with two cores. And I'm just asking what these are for. And I'm hearing one is for giving and one is for receiving. Okay, and it's something that you've developed yourself. So you've been on a journey to allow the giving and receiving in far greater like volume of energy than you could with just one. And your higher self is asking me, should you retain it as two, or should you like bring them back together as one? Because this was not done. The two cores were not there when you were a human. You've done it in previous like galactic alien incarnations. Like Shane, we lost your video for a minute.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's cool. Okay. And really, the answer to your question is it's completely up to you. There's no right or wrong. There's just pros and cons. You likely can continue to develop this gift, and with the two cores to your crown chakra, still like have like really strong communication, both giving and receiving. But you might find it overwhelming sometimes, and it might be just a bit too much for your human form. There's not like there's no real negative consequence to this other than it just being easier and harder. It's a bit like, if you're designing a car and you're trying to figure out, should it be like a racing car for like flat roads, or should it be like one for off road? Like yours is developed for like, the very smooth, clear interactions with your guides and with any being that's in any dimension. And you can do this really fast with very high vibration energies. Like if you're working with like ascended masters, with angels. Okay, and I'm hearing you can also practice to join them together. So it's not a permanent thing. This is like a really cool ability that you have, is to like separate the two out. And just like computers, their central processing units have like multiple cores. You can do this with yours. You can just shift them out to become two, or you can merge them together to be one. And so this is, I'm hearing the way that you activate this is it's with your fingers. So you can just do this in your meditation. You can either, if you're trying to focus on your communication with perhaps entities that you're less familiar with, like just now, like we're communicating perhaps for the first time, you might want to bring them together as one. But if you're talking to your guides or like an angel, you can just separate and then become two, and that allows much faster communication. That's really cool. That's a beautiful gift. Thank you for sharing that. And then scanning down through your other chakras. Yeah, I'm just checking on your third eye chakra. Sometimes when you've been working your crown chakra too hard, it's straining like your third eye. So just to keep an eye on that, balancing your energy. That's clear. And then down into the throat chakra. It's clear. The heart chakra. I'm feeling in your heart that you have this like super high vibration love for the planet Earth, and you really, really want to help. Like you really want to help this planet. And there's this like hunger, it's like this thirst that you have to achieve this, and really encouraging you to speak of it. Like when we're thirsty for water or we're thirsty for food, we often find ourselves communicating it. We often find our bodies like making a bit of a noise or a rumble, and we speak out loud to go, "Oh, I'm really thirsty right now." So Shane, and I'm getting thirsty just talking about it. And what's really cool is you can, by speaking that hunger, that desire out to the world, it creates this beautiful space of opportunity, like of intention. So by by sharing this hunger, like if everyone in the planet felt shared your hunger for peace, for equality, for love and compassion, this unconditional love of everyone and forgiveness in the planet, like all our problems would be solved immediately. And so, yeah, really encouraging you to bring that out. And also for your highest good, expressing it helps you stop that energy from like becoming a blockage for you or being trapped within you, because it's a really strong emotion for you in your heart, and you care so much. And yeah, thank you for that gift that you bring into this planet at this time. You have such a beautiful heart. And checking the lower chakras. This is good. I'm just hearing sometimes on your root chakra, you're a bit reluctant to connect into Mother Gaia, and it's almost like you don't want to burden her. And she's saying, no, please, connect with me. Like whenever you're sensing that you have like an attachment or negative energy that you want to release, when you ground and you send that energy into Mother Gaia, like through your roots and through your feet, when you set that intention, Gaia loves it. It's like food for her, and she will transmute it with such hunger and love, because she turns that our darkness that isn't ours, that excess energy, she turns that into food for all of her children, for everything across this planet. And so don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like you're burdening Gaia. She's asking for that help. So please do feed her. But yeah, thank you so much. Super amazing physiology. I can't say the word. There's so many words that I can't say, but that's one of them. You just have incredible chakras, and so pleased that you're with us at this time. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, John, and thank you, Susan, for connecting with us. Time for that water now, John. Rita, what's up? Rita says, love you both, Shane and John. Rita, I was just watching our ESETI video, and it was so good to see you. And so say hello to Gary as well. So good to look back in those videos. I'm so glad we got to make those memories,
Absolutely. Hello to Rita and Gary. And I had the honor of doing a session for Gary just a few weeks ago. And
Nice.
I had a chat with Rita as well, and it was so incredible. And I remember very vividly in 2019 in ESETI that when I went there, I didn't think I was psychic at all, but I knew something big was coming. And then I remember immediately walking through the field with Not So Fancy Nancy and Sherry, and there was others. And I remember like almost immediately like feeling psychic, and it's like, hang on a minute, like I could see things, I could feel things, and I was like, can I do this? And I just started saying what I felt. And yeah, that's, if there was ever a testament to visiting like a sacred space and it having quite a profound effect on you, and even if it's just like your mental models, right? When you believe, oh, I could have that capability that is latent in me, I just haven't activated it yet. Yeah,
And I think that was a big part of it, like us connecting in that way and feeling the energies of other star seeds in that way. And speaking of what, Shiny was also there. I just heard from Shiny not too long ago.
fantastic.
She's doing good too. Yeah, it's wonderful. It's like an activation, and I saw it that way. I saw it as all of our lights coming together, and then all like sort of being activated and glowing brighter and taking that brighter light back.
Yeah.
So it was like we're sort of igniting each other's flame in a way,
Definitely.
All right, Gypsy JJ is up next. What is up, Gypsy JJ? So good to hear from you. Sending you lots of love. May I have an energy scan and clearing, please? Thank you. Thank
Fantastic.
you, Gypsy
Hello,
JJ.
Gypsy JJ, and thank you so much. Thank you for all your love and support.
Fellow musician.
That's right. Just asking Gypsy JJ to step forward. And she's just saying, here I am, you know me. Hello again. So there's this, before I even do a scan, you're showing me like it's like a butterfly's cocoon, the chrysalis, right? And um it's all the way down from your just above your throat chakra, and it goes down to just below the root of your spine, and it's like energetically wrapped around your chakras, and it's dark. I can just see the lights of your chakras through it. And okay, so you're telling me all about it, and I'm just gonna just come in properly with an energy scan. I'm gonna bring that column of light down before I start engaging with this. So from the highest dimension of source above, I bring down a column of golden light just above Gypsy JJ's head, setting the intention to clear, to heal, to activate, to assist Gypsy JJ in any way that we can at this time. Coming down to the crown chakra. There's a lot of you're arguing with your spirit guides, which I love. Like, I love that attitude. Like, what would they know? Like, you try being human. You try doing this for as long as we've been doing it. Yeah, I love that that self like confidence, and that it's very empowering for you, and it's good, right? It's like, do challenge your guides. You know, they're not God. We're not God, and they don't have the final say. But there's this argument about how you got into this situation that you're in at the moment energetically. And we're going to find out a bit more about it. So just coming down through the third eye. I'm just checking the lower, just underneath the third eye as well. It's clear. Okay, so just touching the very bottom of the third eye chakra, and then into the throat chakra is this top of this chrysalis. So this is, I wondered if this was yours, like if it was almost like a butterfly that you're busy like preparing for your next stage, but you were tricked into taking this entity on, and it's not yours, it's not your energy, and you don't want it there. And it's also been, it energetically, it's been feeding off your chakras directly, and it's been dimming your light, and it's been slowing your creativity. And your chakras, I'm hearing that you weren't fully aware of it, because your chakras were also working really hard to compensate. Okay, so first we're going to remove this. So I'm calling forward my light sword, and I'm just going to very gently, very precisely, only affecting this dark chrysalis entity, just cutting down past the throat chakra, the heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, and root. Okay, and I'm opening it up. And I'm folding it round. I'm going to very gently take it up now, out through, just past your throat chakra. And it's quite large. Just handing this to Archangel Michael, please return to source, never to return here again. And he's taken that away. It's I've not seen an entity like that. I mean, they're all different. It had like, it almost had seeds inside of it, so it reminded me like of like peas in a pod, and it was like growing like smaller versions, like babies of it, and it was just feeding off of your energy and holding you back. So yeah, we're going to find out a little bit more about it. We're just going to check down now through the throat chakra. any healing that's required. It's looking good. It's really interesting, like your chakras aren't directly affected. It was more that they were encased and that they were losing energy. So we just need to give them a little bit of healing energy because we've been working so hard to compensate. So I'm just going to do one at a time. Good. Yeah, they're looking much better. And they're just expanding slightly as well to their natural size. And I'm going to leave that column of light for you, that healing in place, and just allow the that healing to continue for as long as you choose it to be there, and you can choose it to stop at any time. Just ask for that healing energy to stop. And if you don't, it'll just dissipate over the next couple of days. And just asking one of your guides to step forwards to explain a bit more about this entity attachment. And your guide is speaking on behalf of all your guides, and they're apologizing. They're saying, we're really sorry, we got this wrong. This was not an entity that could help you. It had negative intentions that we didn't see. So you asked them, you said, this when this first appeared to you, and it was like given to you as like a gift in a dream, and you were given this like small version of it, like this little pod, and you were being told to like place this around your heart chakra initially, and it would help you with like your ascension, would help you with your balancing the chakras and the energy. And you ask your guide, you're like, are you sure? Like, I'm not sure about this. Like, why would I need to do this? And your guides felt that it would be beneficial for you, but their answer lacked the context. So their answer was, it'll help you because it'll harm you in the short term, and in the longer term will help your chakras like maintain enough stability to continue on their activation journey. And that's not what you heard. They didn't tell you at that time, right? They said, yes, it's fine, you can go ahead with this. And so I definitely just hold space for you and your guides and your intuition, and they really want to build bridges with you to ask forgiveness, and for you to forgive yourself, and for them to forgive themselves. And this is all to trust that this is all for your highest good. And that, remember, in this lesson, in this journey of assisting you in the balancing of your energy through these like super intense galactic energies we're all experiencing, that this entity sacrificed itself. Although its intention was to harm you, it ultimately knew that it would die. And when I came to you, it was already on its last legs. Like you'd already decided you didn't want it. You were already like rejecting it. And if you hadn't asked me to help, eventually you would have just ejected it yourself. And so I just want to send love to that entity also, and thank it and what soul it has for its service to the higher good. And sometimes these entities will even just do this to show up like this so that people can increase their awareness. And in your case, they did it even more. So I hope that you're not too hard on your guides or on yourself for that journey, and to send love to the sacrifice that was made here. Thank you, Gypsy JJ. That was super powerful. And I hope that healing continues smoothly for you. Just get plenty of rest and drink plenty of water over the coming days. Thank you.
That was beautiful. That was good, Gypsy JJ. Very good, John. Yeah, I was reading a chat message from Susan Wolf that says, thank you so much. I loved it. I'm a hypnotherapist, and in the beginning, I had such a hard time sending my negative stuff to Gaia. I need to revisit that again. Love you both so much.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I I have like this kind of brute force approach to it, which is my studio that I'm in at the moment. It's like a purpose built studio in our garage, and to get in and out of it, I have to go into the garden. And I'm also lazy, so I don't like putting on my shoes. So I take my socks off and I walk across the grass to get into my studio, and then vice versa. And so I always just stop outside and go, okay, I'll send all my energy down into Gaia, and it just feels like so amazing. And yeah, that's a great tip, right? Is just encourage you to find that part of your routine where you just have to do it, and then you don't feel guilty about it. And Gaia loves it, and she'll tell, if you listen, she'll tell you that she's enjoying it as you do it. She'll thank you.
And it's no accident that your setup is that way, where you're having to go ground,
Right.
like as you make a trip in and out of the studio, time to ground, you know?
It's
It's
so
awesome.
true. Yeah,
Okay, Jody. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I also, since I moved house in September last year, my old studio used to have two big, it still has these big, beautiful trees outside, and I used to just go and place my hands on them, and I would send the negative energy into Gaia and the excess light up into the sky, and my morning run. So it's actually really close by my old house, and I run past the house every day in my morning run in the dark, and I just high five the trees as I go, because they lean out over the wall, and they're always like saying hello as I touch them, and it's like, yeah, there's no such thing as coincidences, right? I had no idea that the house is going to be here, that my morning run would be running past them, and yeah, any opportunity you get to you know to hold space for and witness, and then to really step into those beautiful opportunities is worthwhile.
I love that. Wow, what a great way to, like, I don't know. It's like, I'll see you when you're here in a few months or whatever.
That's right.
Okay, Jody had a good one. It was for an energy scan and clearing. Jody, Reiki for life.
Fantastic. Hello, Jody. And Shane, like you've escaped so far, right? So like you need to do some, you need to help here as well. So I'm gonna like not put you on the spot immediately, but just at the end, I'll be asking you like what your experience as well.
Okay.
Okay, so let's step forwards and just ask Jody to come forward at this time. Thank you. And I'm also just inviting Shane next to me as well to observe and to experience. And there's just this beautiful like pulsing energy coming from you. It's like you're showing me your Reiki gifts, like you're showing me these pulses, and it's like they're different colors, and you're doing this with there's sound and this really beautiful song that you're doing that you're creating with your energy. And I must admit, like other than the very basic concept of knowing that Reiki exists and that people hold up their hands like I do, and that it has a lot to do with energy, I almost know nothing about it. I have, no certifications in anything, not in this field, and it's really beautiful. It's like you're showing me how in your life you have been developing this very fine-grained, fine-tuned and beautiful finesse to your gift. So thank you for showing me this. Okay, and so I'd like to begin with an energy scan. So bringing down a column of source light from the highest dimension above and setting the intention to clear, to heal, to activate and assist with any messages, anything that will help Jody at this time. Coming down to your crown chakra, and there's like just right there's a rainbow activated crown chakra. Like, that is really, really beautiful. And your crown chakra's like spinning around. It's like showing this big light show. It's like, look at me. Wow. And that's really stunning. But I'm hearing that you're not convinced it's actually true that you've actually done this. And this is part of why we're connecting at this time. It's like to assure you have like your crown chakra is fully activated. And so much of the rainbow ascension for you is about bringing your incredibly high vibration gifts into this physical reality. And every time your chakras, every time they go through like this sort of activation, the rainbow activation is very unique to each chakra and to each light body and to each soul and to each human form, and in the vibration and the frequency of your surroundings. Like, it is completely unique to you. And you've done this before in a previous life at least once, but it feels different, and you're waiting for that next thing. You're like, I did this before, but it didn't feel like this. And it's true, like your gifts continue to develop, and so they're going to be different each time. So just encouraging you to really open up your mental models, your heart, and to really feel into that crown chakra. And we're going to help reconnect in your chakras together to help them all be much more aware of each other and their progress and their potential. So it's coming down now to third eye chakra. And it's really funny. I'm being shown like in your vision of your third eye vision, it's like you're seeing these rainbows. Yeah, just like behind me. You're seeing these rainbows, like it's like just touching. It reminds me when you're driving your car, and if you've got something on the roof, just sometimes like bouncing in and out of your peripheral vision, and you're like, oh, there's that, what's that? There's that thing. There's those rainbows. And you're like, whatever. And it goes away. So encouraging your third eye in particular to acknowledge this. So the way that your third eye chakra can work with your crown chakra more closely is to really expand out that third eye and allow it to be aware that your crown chakra has a greater capability at this time, and your crown chakra can connect in with beings that perhaps your third eye can't quite yet see. Like, you can sense them and you can communicate with them before you can see them. It's like we're used to radar systems can see for miles and miles, but our human eyes can't see that far. And so you're sensing them and you can communicate, but they have to come closer into your dimension and frequency before you can see them in your third eye. So just allowing the broadening of that communication between the two chakras, your crown and third eye. That's good. And then coming down now to the throat chakra. There's in your throat chakra, there's truth you want to share about your experiences, in particular your recent experiences of the last couple of months, and they break some of the mental models that you've had. Like they expand out beyond some of the limitations that you've thought were things that you thought were impossible. And it's something to do with like, I feel like it's related to your Reiki practice, or to do with your like community or friends. Like there's some people you're talking to who you feel won't be receptive to what you're experiencing, and really encouraging you to speak your truth and just try them, like take them on a bit of a journey with you. You have this beautiful like connection point through your Reiki work, and so I'm seeing you like it's like you're doing your Reiki work with someone, but you're chatting with them, and energetically you're reaching out to them. You're asking their higher self. You say, please just come forward a little bit closer to me. I want to share some of my higher vibrations with you, and I want to open up some of my understandings and learnings about this quantum reality that we co-create together. And you're going to be really surprised, like when you practice this. So you're not because you're asking someone's higher self, you're not doing it without their permission. You're not doing it covertly. And they can choose not to. They can just say, it's okay. Like, I'm good where I am. But if they're just a little bit curious, a little bit hungry for it, they will open up a little bit and just enough to be able to help listen to what you're trying to express. And for those times that you don't feel comfortable doing that, or the person, you know, doesn't want to go that far, it's really helpful to write it down. Or sometimes what I do is especially when I'm doing housework, when I'm doing my chores like hoovering and polishing and cleaning the kitchen, like I just talk out loud to the person that I want to share my truth with. And I pick a location in the room and I stare at them and say like, "Hey, Paul, like, I really want to tell you this." And you just go ahead and like talk to them like they're there. And whilst we know they're physically not there, you're speaking your truth. So that gets the energy, the blocked energy out of you. And the universe is energy first. So you are actually telling them this. They're just not physically there. And depending on their, you know, how open their higher self is, every aspect of them is, they'll receive it or sense it or not. So yeah, they're just some ways that can help you. And the more that you're able to, like, I know many of us have this challenge, right? It's like, how on earth do you explain to someone like what you've just learned, or what you're learning over the recent years, or what you've always known through your life that is not part of like mainstream understanding. And it's just a really beautiful gift you have. Like, you have this really soft, gentle finesse. And I've not seen this before, where you can like connect with people's higher selves and very gently have a really loving conversation and just ask them to come forwards. And that's incredible. Like, I've seen it, people do it themselves, but I've not seen someone ask and be able to like bring forward that beautiful energy. So that's a really magical gift. Thank you for bringing this gift to Earth at this time. And just checking down through the chakras. And I just keep hearing rainbow, 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 rainbow. And it's like every single chakra is like on a journey, each at their different time and place. And you've worked really hard for this. And yeah, to really open your mind, open your heart to how it's going to be in this human form. It's different every time, and it's going to be really different in this human form. So be gentle on yourself and just release those expectations and trust yourself, trust your inner knowing. So I hope this helps. Just leave this healing and protection in place. Thank you so much, Jody.
Yes, thank you, Jody. And thank you so much, John.
It's my pleasure.
I wanted to catch up a little bit with a few of the chat messages before moving on. Rita Woodward says, Gary's hour-long clearing with John was absolutely awesome. So I definitely wanted people to hear that. Oh. Thank you for that so much, Rita.
Thank you, Rita.
Pam? Yes, thank you so much. Pam says, we are so in awe and gratitude for the information that came through and really resonate with this. Thank you so very much for bringing this through for us. Thank you, John.
Wow, that's incredible. It's so beautiful. And thank you for coming and asking and sharing. There's a reason for all of this, right? Like, there's a reason for all of us to hear these beautiful experiences.
Absolutely. Gypsy JJ says, I am humbled and I am thankful. I consciously knew something was sucking my energy. I even woke from sleep hearing and seeing a huge red cloud by my bed.
Wow.
Talking to my husband, I woke only Ed there. Hopefully Ed's your husband.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
And that looks like it's it for the questions, but can we do music? Are we still going to be able to do that?
Yeah, let's do music.
That's like one of my favorite parts. You know me, man. So
yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, and if you guys, we still have time, you guys. So if you have any questions or whatever, go ahead and put it in there. And in the meantime, let's hear some music from John, because I love it.
Before we do, I better not let you off the hook, because you did agree to it. So I was just really interested, in particular with the last person, Jody, that we connected with. Like, what did you experience, Shane?
I was really connecting in with the Reiki portion of it and the energy. Yeah. And I don't know, I was just really seeing your connection to it while you were talking to there, how much like I I've come across people like that have this intuitive ability, and many times will actually take the class after the fact. You know what I mean? Just to
Yeah.
learn what the terminology and to be able to have a discussion, like, what is this energy I'm working with? How do I discuss it with someone? And it was like that with Debbie Solaris, the Akashic Records librarian lady. She had to go take a class to figure out how to talk about it. So it was just really cool to see what you were saying about the Reiki energy work, and to think about how often we see someone that has a gift like you're doing right here, but we've got to grow with you. You know what I mean? We've got to watch your gifts develop. We've got to watch you overcome that doubt. And it's the same way with Sun Psychic Gene, and it's so encouraging, because that's a part of it we don't normally see. And once we realize wait, I have this ability too. Yeah, just start playing with it, and it's like one of those things that everyone should feel encouraged now, because more and more is happening. And the analogy my higher guides gave me with it was like, if you're waiting for your cable TV to be turned on, or whatever, satellite or whatever, you're going to have the TV on and you're going to be checking it out to see if the signal's coming through yet. If you aren't looking at your TV, that's a bad example because I think TV's awful, right? but as far as the analogy is concerned, we could be having all of these channels available like at our fingertips, but we never turned on the television to even see if anything was there. So I want to encourage everyone that this is happening. Gifts are coming on, and it's subtle, and it's subtle at first, but it just requires you just paying attention, moving your attention to that. And that's why meditation is so helpful, because we've always got things going on in our head. And when we can learn to quiet our mind, we can notice these other subtle energies that's coming through with information, intuition. All of that stuff is so subtle compared to all of the noise and the chaos of the world.
That's right. That's really beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. And I do know that for me with I feel like some of my healing journey continues to be like I have some friction towards like learning and getting like learning through like traditional means, and like things like certifications, and a lot of it goes back to previous lives where I was like my kind of witch wounds, where I was like hunted, and I had like just a real fear of like almost like institutionalized spirituality, if you like. And yet I know that there's so many, even in those institutions, everywhere there's like great things to learn. Just use your intuition and your own judgment. And yeah, it is something that I'm always interested when it comes up for me. It's like, why am I being shown this? Like, oh, maybe I should learn a bit more, because I can see there's definite connections with what I do. And to your point about cable TV, I love that, because I like for people that are thinking of getting started on like doing your work and like doing sessions with others. My journey was like really funny. It was just like pretty much 2 years ago now. I did a reading like I do now with people, and Jenny, who's doing my reading, just said, "Oh, Gaia's got a mission for you. Gaia says you got to do energy clearing and healing." I was like, "Oh, that's great news! Like I'm up for it. I want to do it. I want to do it." And they said, "Great." So I said, "How do I do it?" And said, "Well, we can't tell you." I'm like, what? Like, hang on. So let me get this straight. You're giving me a mission to like help clear and heal, but like, how do I do it? And I said, well, all we can do is tell you how to get started. And so you're literally going to create the door and open it, but we can't tell you what's on the other side. And so all I got was this message. And I don't mean to like play it down, because I'm so grateful for that message, because it changed my life. But the message was, so we see you with your hands, John, and you're going to be like sending golden light to people. And you're just going to work with, you get like, choose your first couple of friends, set up a one-to-one with them and just start like that. And it's like, really? Nothing else? Like, you can't, like, what, if I was to create a website, what would I say? And they're just like, you're going to learn all on the job. And it's a beautiful recognition, a bit like when you're singing and you hear yourself singing, you're like, oh yeah, I'm actually singing. I'm actually doing this. This is possible. Right. And I can continue to grow and tune that gift. And just like the cable TV, like a lot of people kind of obsess about having a website, and it's really funny because I don't really see it like a website for people. I see it for a website for the universe, and I'm saying to the universe, because I just redid my services and I was like rebalancing like the costs and the way people could like do energy exchanges and that kind of thing. And it's like, these are doors. So I'm just saying to the universe, this is a door that someone else can come through, and this is the intention I set for it. And this is the giving and receiving that I'm setting up for each of these doors. And then universe, like, just bring the people, right? I mean, I can't be totally lazy and just like, pretend that it doesn't exist. But, I'm also not going to spend my life being a marketeer. I'll just share what feels naturally. And yeah, I love that analogy. So thank you for that. Right, I better do music.
Yeah, let's do some music. And thank you for that, John.
And hopefully this will just all work because my setup is... Okay. One, two. Hopefully you can hear the guitar.
Yep.
So in true John style, this will be a channeled message. And I'm just going to ask my guides to assist with a message for the collective that I shall channel at this time. Guides, higher self and source, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? Please channel through me the lyrics for this song for the highest good, love and compassion of every living thing on this planet. Okay. Let's do this. And I see you, you're beautiful to me. Every soul, I see you, you came here to this planet to help us all through this fight and all this pain and all this fear and all this shame. You bring your light, you bring your soul. You answered Gaia's call to help us all, and it's true. The same love flows through me and you. Thank you, beautiful soul. You came here to shine for us all. Beautiful soul, you came here to help us all. And those that fought and died for their beliefs, to help others unconditionally. We honor you, we witness you, we see your pain. We thank you for your sacrifices. We know you do it again and again for beautiful song for coming here this time to balance this darkness and light. And thank you, beautiful soul, for coming here to step into your power. It's time to blossom your beautiful flower of your heart, of all our hearts, and shine, oh shine, oh that beautiful divine spark in you. Ooh, oh. Shine.
Awesome, bro.
Wow, thank you. I'm just going to unplug this.
Absolutely beautiful, man.
Thank you. I was like, I have no idea where this song is going, and with every word, I just it was really really beautiful, really beautiful message to share, and my guide's like towards it, it's like, come on, like you can do this, like higher and higher, scream more. And do I have to? I'm not sure. I've been talking for like an hour and a half, and I'm not sure like, what's going to happen when I try to reach for those notes. But it was like,
we got you.
That's right. It's going to be fine. Just keep breathing. That was just amazing. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity to sing. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, and bringing that wonderful, beautiful energy through like you do, John. I'm so appreciative, and I know everybody else is, that you've continued to just funnel this beautiful love light energy into us for all this time. So, and I'm grateful that you can do it like that live, like this, you know, like that was our first time hearing that together, you guys. It's just so awesome.
That's right. That's really beautiful. Thank you. And yeah, I did post like it was an acknowledgement of my journey of I had 15 years of writer's block before I then wrote 2,000 songs.
Wow, when the floodgates open, huh?
Yeah, that's right. And it's like, wow, that's a really I didn't realize it was so long that I mean I'd written maybe a song every 2 or 3 years during that time. And it's really testament to, like, I think it surprised a lot of people because they're so used to me sharing each day or writing a song each day. It's like, no, it's like, it's a battle, right? And it's really helpful to show each other these battles that we've had. Like everyone's journey is so beautiful. And I often compare our journeys, like spiritually, to like bodybuilders, in that, like, you look at a bodybuilder, it's like, look at your muscles, they're huge, and they're like, look at this, and you think that they just like went to the gym yesterday and like that all happened overnight. And then and genuinely over the recent years, it came to shock to me that it takes years and years for them to build like such muscle. And I was like, wow, like that's my journey's like that. It's like, it's really hard. You have to get up every day, and you just have to spend a few more minutes every day, like following your dreams, following your passions, and just don't ever let anyone stop you, and especially yourself.
Gypsy JJ says, all of my animals came close. I guess they were enjoying the music there.
Wow, that's so cool. I should do, like, I've never done an album for like children or for pets or anything. I should do that. I remember like They Might Be Giants did like albums for for children, like crossing the road and the numbers to 10 and stuff like that. It's like,
Yeah, I wonder what you do for the little furry animals or furry family friends.
I could definitely do a lot of howling for dogs. I don't know about cat. I need to ask my Lyran guides for help with the cats for sure.
Right. Need some purrs. Gypsy JJ said, pick up your guitar, Shane. It's like, actually pick up the guitar John sent me, because I actually, some people don't realize that, but John actually sent me the guitar that I use for all my end tune stuff. I have another one that I use for my like open chord tuning and stuff like that.
Brilliant.
But so that cool. Was besides one that I had when I was a teenager, a little electric guitar that's actually in my son's room, because it's the wiring's all jacked on it, so he just kind of plays around with it or whatever. But you like pulled me out of a dark place with that guitar, so I appreciate you like giving me a ladder to climb out. So I really have you to thank for like getting my ball rolling with my music again, because I had given up messing around with it for a long time. But you got me back in the ring, John.
That's so cool. And I'm so glad that it didn't just stay in my studio, like stuck in a wall somewhere. That I remember you saying like, oh, you'd really get into it, but you didn't have a guitar. And I was like, I've just got a new guitar and I could just like send it to Shane. And yeah, and we jammed together in person.
Yeah, at ECETI. Like, right. Like, you thought you'd never see it again, and there it is. You're like, I can't get rid of this thing. It's like, it's been awesome. And just knowing it used to be yours and it's got all that high vibe energy in it, it's in a good new home, so you can feel comfortable with that.
That's so cool. Thank you. Yeah, they must have like at least a couple of years. I'm not even sure how many songs. I was asking one of my subscribers, Lynn Mitzi, who's, I think she's been around the longest on YouTube, and she joined me in album 6, and I'm 120 now. And I was like, I don't even know. I mean, I barely know any of the songs I wrote. I don't remember them very well. But it was really funny to like, I wonder how many songs I wrote on that guitar. I don't actually know. I should have added that to the note, right?
Yeah, like I guess you can look at when you purchased the new one, because you know that at that point, so you can figure it out. And then I'll have songs, 1 through something, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like
we need to figure it out because it's special. You know what I mean? It's certainly special to me, so that's I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you got coming up that you wanted to talk about, John, before we go? I do have your links below, but any kind of upcoming events that you want to let people know about?
I'll definitely remind. I think I mentioned it earlier, but in just under 2 weeks' time, we have on the 26th of March the Akashic Record Ancestral Healing and Clearing that I'm doing with Natasha Rocha. So that's available online. So it'll be a big Zoom call for people to join into. And then it's also in person here in Scotland. So the people that are online will feel like you're part of the group. You'll be asked what you're experiencing just as much as the people in the room. And it's going to be really beautiful. It's the first in-person group session I've certainly done. I know Natasha's done quite a few, and we've done some work together, and I know that between us she'll be able to take us back to all those parts of our past that need the most healing. And anyone that is interested, there's tickets you can buy just on the website, and it'll be probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and you can join in, and it's very much a session for the people that join. Natasha explained that the first person that buys a ticket really sets the tone for the other souls that will join, which I think is a really fascinating way of looking at the universe.
It is.
So if you're feeling called, it's for good reason. It's because you need to come to that session for that healing. And if you're not, I'm sure there'll be others. So yeah, please do check that out. It's just on my homepage of my website.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate it, John. So you guys, that is actually 2 weeks from yesterday. So just under 2 weeks, the 26th to Sunday, 26th of March. And you can get more information at the link in the description below, johnbinney.com.
That's right.
And in case you guys don't know, I do have Sun Psychic Jane. out next Saturday,
Okay.
but also there's a free yoga class that you can take part of. If you watch my last video, there's some links underneath that. So take part of that, get out of your fear. And if you're looking to get into doing something online with yoga and interested in that, you can check that out as well. And what else do I have coming up? Should have Michelle back pretty soon. And then we'll have you back next month if you're available, John. Is that cool?
Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be super fun.
Awesome, guys. So if you had a good time, we'll have John back out next month, and we'll just keep doing this as long as we can. And it's just a great way to connect with you guys and everything. It's a lot of fun. So, and the music's good, John. We at least know we got a great song coming each show.
Oh, yeah.
So that's awesome.
I keep forgetting, like, check out my latest album as well. I'm like a terrible music promoter, right? It's like,
Yep,
there's
I'm the same way.
album. What's it? I can't remember the name now. What is it? Oh no, I can't remember. It's 120D, but I can't remember the title.
It's okay. You have a good excuse, John.
That's right, yeah. But yeah, please check that out, and I hope you enjoy the songs each day.
Very
And
cool.
thank you so much,
So-
Shane, and thank you for everyone that joined in.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So keep tuned. We'll be back. Lots of love and light, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, perfect. We are just playing the outro music, but we're clear. Yeah, that's awesome. Let me
Wow,
get
thank
something on the date with you, buddy, because
That was so cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I feel amazing. Usually I feel
Drained,
I should
man?
watch. I should watch my words. There's magic in words, right? I usually
right.
feel much more drained in sessions, and I just feel really energized. When I first started doing this, I remember when I went on Sun Psychic Jean's show, she was like, "You're really drained," and I was like, "It's like, no, I'm not. I'm fine." She's like, I was only like 3 people in, and she was like, "You need to maybe you should take a break." And I'm like, "Fine, I can do this." But yeah, it definitely helps get in practice. But yeah, let's talk about dates.
See.